Today I'm here to tell you a story. Well, actually, not one, but two stories. So naturally, we will need two storytellers. These two stories are two threads that tie together throughout their history. In fact, you can't have one without the other. That's true. One story starts in 1914. When a lawyer named Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi started his journey from South Africa for India. In the same year, another man was starting his own journey. Surab Bartley opened his first office of his new firm at 11 Beaubazar Street, Calcutta. As the independence movement was spreading, so was Surab's firm. When they opened their Rangoon office in 1916, a few years later, Birla Brothers appointed the firm to work with them. This period was also the birth of Indian enterprise in the 20th century. And as Indian industry started taking off, the firm was with them. One of their foreign clients was Bata's Lindsay Street store, the first Bata operation in India. In 1924, the gateway of India was coming up in Mumbai. Surab was also coming up in the world. He was elected the president of the Indian Institute of Professional Accountants. Soon he also inducted two partners, Victor Vikaji and Meenu Davar, who would help him take the firms to new heights. In the late 1930s, while the freedom movement was charting out a legacy for all Indians, Surab Bartley retired. But his legacy was such that the firm continued to bear his name. In 1939, the Second World War broke out. These were terrible, terrible times. And with the attack by the Japanese on Burma, the Rangoon office had to be closed down. As the war raged on and reached the doorsteps of Calcutta, the firm stayed with its clients. It was during these tumultuous times that, on a chance train journey from Calcutta to Delhi, Victor Vikaji had a conversation on tax with a fellow traveler, who turned out to be the chief accountant of the Standard Vacuum Oil Company, the global oil major and now known as ExxonMobil. This chance meeting soon developed into a professional relationship. This also laid the foundation of an enduring relationship with Standard Vacuum's US-based auditors Arthur Young & Company, who would later merge with Ernst & Vinnie to become Ernst & Young. In 1949, when independent India was still in its infancy, a need to regulate the chartered accountancy profession was felt. Which is when the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, or ICAI, the premier body to regulate the profession in India, was set up. The firm's influence is evident from the fact that it has given this institution three presidents: Peshi Narilwala, Amal Chakrabarti, and Rahul Roy. It's the 1950s now. The railway steam coal collieries were consolidated into a new company called the National Coal Development Corporation Limited. The firm was appointed to work with them. And then it made another significant contribution to commerce. When appointed as valuers by the Government of India in a landmark case which firmly established the firm's expertise in financial and accounting matters. The profit earning capacity value method of business valuation, used and successfully defended by the firm, continued to be used unchallenged for many years to come. In 1962, the firm was appointed as the sole representative of Arthur Young and Company in Calcutta and Bombay, making them a founding member of Arthur Young International. By the early 70s, Kolkata had started losing out its status as a premier city for business. The trade union movement had taken some businesses to other parts of India. To better serve its clients, the firm followed suit when it sent one of its bright young partners, Kashi Memani, to start an office in Delhi. Followed shortly with another brilliant young partner, Naushir Mirza, moving to Bombay. In 1985, a company almost nobody in India had heard of wanted to set up an R&D center in India. In the then small town of Bangalore, kickstarting an industry that today generates over $100 billion annually. The firm facilitated this. And this trend fueled the wave of foreign investment in Indian IT. The early 90s was when India was shedding the license Raj by liberalizing regulations towards foreign investment. At the same time, Indian companies had begun to also start expanding both locally and overseas. The EY network was there to help both Indian and global clients with its expertise all the way. The EY Entrepreneur of the Year program, now in its 16th year in the country, has mirrored the growth of the Indian entrepreneurship. In 2002, the EY organization combined with Arthur Andersen in India, further strengthening its ability to serve clients. This was also around the time that EY Global set up a talent hub in India. Today, 10,000 people from India work on EY projects across the world. As India enters a brave new world today, EY's knowledge and solutions help the government on strategic initiatives like providing a unique identification for each resident of India. India has prospered, inequalities still remain. EY's responsibility towards society has only continued to grow. For example, it started a corporate social responsibility program a decade before it became the law, committing to put aside a certain percentage of its revenues each year towards educating the underprivileged, social empowerment, and protecting the environment. And the end result? Today, a nation of more than 1 billion has matured and stakes a rightful claim to a leadership position in the world. The organization has come a long way from the first step that was taken by Surabh Rustam Batiboy in Calcutta 100 years ago. Today, the EY network is India's largest employer of chartered accountants, employing over 4,000 chartered accountants and 2,000 MBAs. Over 270 partners working across 22 offices in 12 cities in India. It has been a century of excellence, of trust, of support, and a strong spirit of partnership with the firm's clients and its many thousands of people. A commitment to the EY purpose of building a better working world for its people, its clients, and for the community at large.